Are you going to cut that just like really crudely? Because we haven't got an opener for this one, have we?
I'm sure you'll say some bullshit.
I was going to say, come on!
Yeah. You'll tell us some kind of story about someone
Who
being
you
fingered
offended?
by a vicar or something. I don't know.
It's alive! Let's show this prehistoric bitch how we do things downtown.
Anyway, welcome to Empire Geek. That was the opener there. So, this is the second show of the week, and it's good to see you guys again. And what's happened since last time we saw you? Nothing.
No, nothing.
So, on this particular show, we're going to have the Geek Quiz, Ultimo Geek. We're going to have the Comic of the Week, and then also Convention of the Week. And we're going to add in another convention because, as if you listened to the show earlier in the week, Raoul was talking about some kind of Amiga mutual wankfest that's going down.
The 30th anniversary of the Commodore Amiga in Peterborough.
Yeah,
Wow,
anyway,
that's combining the charisma of Peterborough with the charisma of Amiga.
The Amiga was right. I'm gonna bring one next time, and we're gonna.
Because that will go really well on a podcast.
No. It's just
Anyway,
amazing.
You're going to bring in a me?
So, this episode, we're going to go straight into Ultimo Geek, so please play along at home. As we all know, Andy is our reigning defending champion. He is 2 points ahead of Raoul.
This is a fix. It's like, I'll give him that. He won fair and square the Schwarzenegger gig, but the other one, technically withdrawn. The other one was a Swizz.
Do you think...
Well, you've got a point for that as well. So, I guess we're having three different
Jealous is a
players
horrible
on
thing.
this one.
That's alright, I'll lose because...
You treated those. I don't mind losing to superior enemy, but come on.
Oh, look at that, the old backhand. It wasn't even a compliment, is it? Let's get on with then. Question 1 then. So, Ultimo Geek, please play on. Today's questions are all on superheroes.
Oh dear.
Question 1. This is a villain that appears in which superhero movie? And the villain is Henry Ducard. So, 1 is The Dark Knight, 2 is X-Men, 3 Batman Begins, and number 4, Terry's Titanium Testes.
I presume it's Terry's Titanium Testes.
So, obviously, because Raoul cheats like a son of a bitch, can you hold your fingers up and let me know? So,
I cheated.
let's see. Can I be clear? You are going with number 2, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Probably
then.
wrong.
Can I go with you? You're going with number 2 as well, and you're going number 2. Everyone goes on number 2. In fact, it's Batman Begins. Henry Ducard is the name which Ra's al Ghul gives. So everyone is equal on no points so far. Question 2. Which of these films does the Joker appear in? The Dark Knight, Batman and Robin, The Dark Knight Rises, or number 4, Batman Forever?
Oh god. They all blend into one.
So 1's The Dark Knight, 2 Batman and Robin, 3 The Dark Knight Rises, and 4 Batman Forever. So Raoul's given his answer, so's Andy. We have to press you. And everyone has gone for The Dark Knight, and you're all correct. 1 point each. Well done.
It's the Joker played by the Australian geezer who then Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger, yes. There's no bonus points for that one.
No.
Doctor Doom is the leader of which country? Is it 1, Latvia, 2, Langastria, 3, Latveria, or 4, Wales? So, we're not counting thumbs, remember. So.
Oh right, okay.
Right, I've worked out. So you're going with, okay, and what are you going with? Everyone again has gone for the same one, number 3, Latveria, and you're all correct. We are level pegging at the moment. Everyone has got 2 points, I do believe, so far. Which of these is a child of Magneto? 1, Nightcrawler, 2, Toad, 3, Banshee, or 4, Quicksilver?
I don't actually know.
I can see you answered that, Jamie. Everyone has gone for 4 again, and which is Quicksilver, and you're all correct. So everyone is. This is.
You're looking at me. Honestly, he's looking at me.
Am I looking at him?
He actually had his fingers up first.
Yeah.
So,
I had my fingers up first. I was doing this.
next question.
Oh dear.
A finger beard. Blackheart is the enemy of which hero? A. Ant-Man, B. The Flash, C. Ghost Rider, or D. Captain Chuffnuts?
Oh, please let the answer be 4.
So Raoul's
D.
giving me his answer.
Oh, hang on. I can't do...
That's fine. So we've got Raoul has gone for Ant-Man, and we've got Andy and Florian have gone for Ghost Rider. Andy and Florian are correct. So they are currently leading Raoul.
Don't worry, I'll still lose. Don't worry about it.
Next question. What is Ming the Merciless's hot daughter called? She suffered famously the boar worms. When my father finds out, bring the boar worms. Is it 1. Ardala, 2. Dale, 3. Vultana, or 4. Betty Crocker?
I really don't know.
You're all going for 3. You've gone for Vultana. In fact, it was Ardala. Princess Ardala. So at the moment, we've got Florian and Andy level pegging in front. And we get joint honours the way it goes.
I thought it was Adala, but I thought I'd copy those two.
The Violator appears in which film? Is it Spawn, 2. Hellboy, 3. Daredevil, or 4. Raoul's Sexy Time Flicks?
The Violator.
The Violator, yes. Thank you, Florian, for swearing at me. You've all gone for 1, and it is Spawn. Correct. Well done. So again, everyone...
He looked at me! He bloody looked at me!
Just make sure you weren't,
Next question. Who created Batman? Was it 1. Stan Lee, 2. Steve Ditko, 3. Bob Kane, or 4. Andy's mum?
Oh.
So Stan Lee, Steve Ditko, Bob Kane, Andy's mum. I've got your answer, boys. And you've all gone for 3, Bob Kane, and you're all correct. So at the moment, Florian and Andy are still in the lead, with Raoul trailing behind. Nuclear Man appears in which Superman film? Is it Superman, Superman 2, Superman 3, or Superman 4? And luckily enough, these answers match up with the actual numbers. So we're going to have to... Okay, so what's your answer? I didn't see it. I've got to put pressure for an answer. Andy's gone for Superman 2, whereas everyone else has gone for Superman 4, which means that the answer is Superman 4, which means Florian is now in the lead. Andy and Raoul are joint in second
I
place.
hit my fingers that time, you couldn't copy me.
Oh, fucking look at you!
And finally, who played Alfred in the Adam West Batman TV show? Is it 1. Stafford Rep, 2. Alan Napier, 3. Frank Gorshin, or 4. Neil Hamilton? Neil Hamilton actually is an actor as well. So I've got your answer. And you've all gone for Alan Napier, and you're all correct.
Oh,
Which
you looked at
means
me again!
that the winner of Ultimo Geek this week is Florian.
Yeah, I'm quite happy. This is not Andy cheating.
Joint second place is Andy and Raoul.
Oh,
See,
I can't believe I'm with that
Remember when
loser.
we came joint first place, which gave you a point?
Anyway, which
I asked
means
all the questions.
on the
Rob, you've never
overall
won a quiz.
standing,
You need to win a quiz before you
Andy has got, I think it's 5 points at the moment. You were previously out 2 points ahead of Raoul. Raoul is in joint second place with Florian now, so it's all on. Andy's still the ultimate champ, Ultimo Geek,
But
but
hang
Well,
on,
well
hang
played,
on.
Florian. Well played.
That one time that he won, where he got nothing right at all, apart from one question.
You
You
went
got
all
the
in.
win it all question right.
you
But
went
I
all
didn't
in.
agree to win it all question. It was,
I think you
it was
can
forced upon me, like
re-listen
boarding
to the
school.
podcast. Re-listen to the podcast and see whether you
Clearly
agree to it or not.
agree. Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Find that moment in time, Rob.
Yeah.
even if you went the other way on that one, he would still be 1 point ahead of you at the moment. So you are joint second place now with Florian.
No. We'd be,
Florian's been in
if
less
you went,
shows than
we'd be
you.
drawing. Because we'd be drawing. Now.
No, he would still be. He's 2 points ahead of you. He's still 2 points ahead of you because you didn't gain on him all. You didn't fall behind any further on that last game. He's 2 points ahead of you.
Just keep
Florian
him
has
at
now
buffer.
caught you. It's basic maths. Oh, the only person who came out there looking good was Florian. You both look terrible. But Andy looks less terrible because he's in the lead by 2 points at the moment.
But he's never read a comic book.
Well, he didn't win, did he? But
It's all up here, Rob.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
it's all empty. So well done. So let's see. So in 3 episodes' time, you could have, in theory, caught up, Florian. You could be the new rising champion because we all thought Raoul would win this, but let's be honest, you are a bit shit at it, aren't you, Raoul?
I got one wrong! And it was only because I thought he was copying me, so I was trying to test the water, and surprise, surprise...
By giving the wrong answer.
Yeah, because I didn't want him to get an extra point and be ahead of me.
What will make it even worse for you, Raoul, is the fact that I like playing, but I don't actually care.
Oh, one of those people! I hate those people.
Rob's just the same. Rob's just the same.
No, you've got to care. You've got to care. There's no point in doing anything unless you're winning.
Me, it means everything to me, this quiz. It's my whole life. You know,
Yes.
if you couldn't tell...
No, right.
Which brings us on to, after that argument, after the steward's inquiry, onto the comic of the week. And this comic of the week has been around for quite a while now, and it's called The Adventures of Julius Chancer. You can find out about this at Garen Wing, all one word, so it's GarenEwing.co.uk. It's illustrated by Garen Ewing, who's an artist from Scotland, and it's pretty cool. It's set in the 1920s, and it follows the adventures of this chap called Julius Chancer, who goes all over the world. It's published in the UK by Edgemont, and it looks pretty cool. What do we all think to it?
You gave URL out as Garen Ing.
Garen Ewing.
Yeah, .co.uk.
Gangrene Wings. If I don't mispronounce one of the artist names, it's just not the same show, is it?
It's true.
No.
It's true.
Garen Chunt. That's it. GarenWing.co.uk. So I spelt it anyway, so people thought it's Garen Ewing. That's who did it. And that's his email.
It's I like it. I like the look of it. I haven't actually read it, obviously, but it's very reminiscent of Tintin.
It is. It's drawn in this thing called the Ligne Claire style, which has Ligne, Line Claire style.
It's probably French.
Yeah, bloody French.
Ligne Claire.
Which is basically how Hergé drew his stuff.
Yeah.
The Ligne Claire style is where you have slightly cartoony characters, but backgrounds that are drawn reasonably realistically. Obviously, they're still cartoony.
Is Ligne Claire French for clean lines?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, it is. They have very clear lines, and it's. I don't know why I said yes. I don't know. I just feel obliged to lie when it's my podcast about stuff. But I'm going to guess it is. I'm going to guess it's clear line. Yeah. Because they do. There's not much particular. There's no cross hatching and stuff. It's very clean looking, and they have the cool backgrounds. Now he's brought out several books. One is The Secret of the Samurai, and the other one is The Rainbow Orchid, which he's probably most well known for. They are very similar to Tintin, and the look and style of them. In the Rainbow Orchid, it's all about.
It is French for clear line. I googled.
Well, good, but without Google, we decided it was that anyway.
I guess that's what the words mean, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's how we decided. It does look very much, and it's very much in the style of Tintin as well. In the
Is it as racist as it was? I loved Tintin. I really did. When I was in hospital when I was 8 with appendicitis, and I and as most parents sort of probably give in to their kid being in a hospital and so on. And they asked me what I wanted, and I said lots of Asterix and Obelix and Tintin stuff. So I got like loads of comic books. I was in there for a few days, and just to tide me over and all that sort of thing. And I really loved the Tintin stuff, but it's like 20 years later, you pick the things up and you go, my God, that's actually quite racist. The way that he depicts South American people, as if they haven't moved forward. They're still living in like mud huts and in temples.
Yeah, and
they
go
stuff
to the
like
Congo as well.
Yeah.
The
bad guy, the Greek guy. I can't remember what he's called, but big nose and all that sort of thing. Very stereotypical. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ. But it's if you look at it with the naivety of a young child, I suppose it's.
I don't remember from Tintin, other than like Captain Haddock and Thompson and Thompson, was Red Rackham. I remember that. It used to be a Tintin cartoon that was on TV, it was always Red Rackham's treasure.
Yeah.
When they did the film, I think Red Rackham was featured in that as well.
Yeah.
I mean, what was the guy? Was there a Rastapopoulos or something?
Yeah, that's the
something
Opoulos. Yeah.
Rastapopoulos. I'm sure it was something like that.
And he always had a scarf on, and he always had a cold, and a big nose, big old nose. It's amazing when you read that now and the representation. But in some ways, it's all the sympathetic characters come from the native populations of these countries. So you've got the Scottish guy who's always drunk, obviously Haddock, and you've got the Thompson twins who are sort of slightly inbred and silly. But we're looking now at Garen Ewing, the website, and it does look.
It's very Tintin-like, but it's cool.
Easy on the eye. It's very easy to read.
What he does is, because obviously these are quite big books when he's done them, because he works on them for a long time, and he actually puts up, like for the Rainbow Orchid, he's put up 123 of the strips, and obviously these strips make up the pages, so he takes a strip off each page and shows it every day. And it is, you can see, they're clean, they look nice, and we said very reminiscent of Tintin. And in the story,
it's quite two-dimensional in terms of its drawing, isn't it?
Yes.
It's like sort of Simpsons animation style as well.
Yeah, well, if he used like more cross-hatching, you could probably get more of a 3D feel, but I don't think they're necessarily.
Yeah, that's not the point. Yeah.
Because you'd assume normally that things at the back would be slightly lighter. I don't know if he's done that. Maybe they are. But it doesn't take away from it. It does.
No, it's very good.
In
he said patronising it.
Yeah. Yeah, because we really like it. Yeah, because in the Rainbow Orchid story, they end up going to the Indian subcontinent and they discover this lost valley. So there's lots of potential there, I imagine, for racism.
Well, I hope not. Then, yeah.
But you see,
it's also set in the time of Tintin.
In the 20s.
Yeah.
20s, 30s. Maybe.
I'm pretty sure he will happily admit that, because they're the things that he liked.
Yeah.
This idea of kind of adventurers and all that, and
homages are flattery and they're compliments, aren't they? So
yeah, I like the look of it. So you can get it from GarenEwing.co.uk, and it just looks nice. And if you like Tintin, you'll like this as well. The fact that it's a British character, it's just really nice. He's in the storyline. He is described by Garen Ewing himself as this kind of slightly camp main character who works with this weird professor guy. His main squeeze is this Hollywood silent movie actress, and there's a ton of other people. Like you've got this stunt pilot who he's mates with as well. But yeah, it's an interesting looking strip, and there's a load of them printed. The second one you can read is The Secret of the Samurai, and just like in the Rainbow Orchid, if you go onto his website, you can get a ton of kind of free stuff.
What bookshops is available in?
All good bookshops. Should we have a look? I think you can buy it online, and you'd have to look at the guys who publish it at Edgemont. I'm pretty sure you could probably buy that in somewhere like, if it's not in somewhere like Waterstones, I'd be surprised. I'm sure you could get it there. But yeah, just look at his website if you want to buy it. Looks great, interesting sounding stories. I have read some of the strips, and I like the look of them as well. And again, it is just like Tintin, but different. It's a different storyline. So nice stuff. Really like that. Which brings us on. Here's a little description of it. I'll read to the listeners. So Julius Chancer is a young assistant to the historical researcher Sir Alfred Catesby Gray, and he becomes embroiled in an adventure to discover the lost Rainbow Orchid, largely due to the machinations of the scheming Daily News reporter William Pickle, who's featured quite heavily in it as well. He is accompanied by silent film actress Lily Lawrence, her American agent Nathaniel Crumpole, and Teut, a French stunt pilot. The search for the orchid is opposed by the devious Evelyn Crow, right-hand associate to the scheming business partner Urkaz Grope. I love those names. So they go to the Indus Valley and into Chitral, where they encounter the Kalesh people before heading further into the Hindu Kush, and eventually find themselves in a lost world which may hide the secret to a forgotten superweapon.
The actual book's available at rainboworchid.co.uk.
So if you want to find the books, rainboworchid.co.uk. He has been nominated for a ton of awards, and I think he's probably won some as well. If he won like a Best Children's Comic Book type award. So it's really interesting. And if you actually look on his website, GarenEwing.co.uk, it's not just this. He works as an illustrator as well. You can find some of the other stuff that he's done. So really cool looking book that one is. Track It Down. Which then leads us on to... So this is going to be quite a short episode, really, isn't it? The second one of the week.
Yeah. Well, it's because Paul's not here.
That is true. He
You
would
get an
talk.
extra hour of hot air.
Which leads us on to the conventions of the week. Now, you're going to tell us about... There's normally two. You're going to give us a third one. Tell us about your wonderful Amiga convention that you're going to. It's in Peterborough.
Yeah, it's celebrating 30 years of the Amiga. It's sometime in August.
Still on top.
Hey,
Cutting edge.
mock it for what it was. It was, out of its time, it was the most advanced computer ever, full stop, de facto.
Wasn't the Amiga 500 described as a supercomputer? Oh no, it wasn't. That's right. Yeah.
No.
Well, they were banned from sale to some countries because you could launch nuclear weapons off them.
Did that happen quite often?
The problem...
It
Yeah.
was, right, okay, so it had
Don't you remember the nuclear winter of
multitasking, you know,
1975?
really small kernel, and you could do so much in very little memory. It was extremely well engineered.
To be fair, I know what it feels like to do a lot with very little memory.
The problem you've got though, Rob, is saying that at some time it was at one time the best computer in the world. It's like saying at one time the abacus was the number one number counting
without
device.
without the
Like,
Amiga, you
everything
wouldn't have
was
had
the best.
modern computing as it stands. I mean, some of the engineering went into those microprocessors.
You used to rant on about this at university all the time. You say, "Oh, dude, they were like kind of hippies, but kind of making kind of cool Amiga computers, and they used to just put cool stuff on the circuit boards. It was wicked, dude." And it was that was your main chat line, wasn't it? Many a lady I met would say to me, I go, how
I
you
imagine
this
that
was
worked
at
quite often,
university.
yeah.
I go, how
I
you
wanted
getting
to
on?
find a lady that listened to Amigas. Anyway,
How did that go?
it didn't. But look,
I want to tell you a little story.
Get your coat
Oh,
off. You've
shut
pulled.
up.
I'll show you my floppy disk.
You've got a little story.
I was.
no.
Have I told you about when I first met Raoul on the podcast?
Oh, shut up.
I was in my first day at university and we're in the student union. I'm sure I told you about them. And I was in there with my roommate, who was a guy called Kevin Coffey, who was from Birmingham, but thought he was Irish. And also, we met this guy called Steve, who was from London. And like at university...
I thought he was
He thought he was...
from London.
He thought he was from London.
Oh, okay.
And he was. So well done, Steve.
Yeah.
So we met him, and like a lot of things at university, you meet some people first of all, then you never see him again for
Yes.
the rest of your 3 years.
Or you try and lose them. Yeah.
Yes. And so we was in there, me, Kev, and then this guy, a Londoner called Steve, who was a proper Londoner. He's like, "What then? How you doing? You enjoying yourself? Having a good time?" And I was thinking, no. And we're all sitting there. We're like, "Okay, you all drink, boys." He got us a drink. And I said, "Can I have some Coke, please?" He's like, "What are you drinking about Coke?" I went, "Yeah, I don't like alcohol." "Motherfucker, no." So then he says, "I'll go get some from the drinks machine for you." Comes back from the drinks machine. He goes, "All right, lads. At the drinks machine, there's a weird guy stood there, just kind of talking to himself. Got chatting to him, felt a bit sorry for him. And he asked me if I like Amigas. Do you mind if I bring him over? Now, if I ever develop a time machine, I'll jump back and go, "Can you say no?" He went, "Yeah, of course. We want to make friends." So he comes over with Raoul, as we knew it. Comes over and he goes, does this thing where, because you can't see on the podcast, obviously, but Raoul's famous for, he will push his glasses up his nose before he makes what he thinks is a good point. Or if you're in a pub, if he thinks he's going to make a point,
I wouldn't.
he will take a big swig of his drink, put it down, point made, exclamation, Rah! He comes out and he goes, "Hey dudes, so any of you like Amigas?" So as the weeks go on, we meet lots of new people at university. I remember being on a coach trip to go to Blackpool, and we're sitting there, and there's a girl sat
There's
dead in front of
Worms,
me.
right? Worms was made on the Amiga. That went on to become incredibly successful.
Changing the subject.
Amigas were used for Jurassic Park. Amigas were used on the NASA space program.
So I see this girl sat there, and she is deep in conversation with old Raoul over there. So when she finishes,
shut up. Yes.
Alina goes, "Oh, you're getting on with? Do you know Raoul? You're getting on with him?" She went, "He keeps asking me about Amigas." Every girl I ever met who met him would be like, he'd go up and go like, "So you have Amigas and do that." He's been talking to me for like an hour on Amigas. I don't even know what they are.
It's all right. I left the Amiga scene years ago. I haven't spoken about them for years until today.
And we can see what
He's a recovering Amiga-holic.
you used to run a website which was you would meet up with Amiga fans and go for a pint, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you tell me you're excited because you're going to meet some of your old Amiga friends at this?
How does this manage to make role-playing Dungeons and Dragons seem
cool.
like exciting and cool? I do not know. I honestly don't know.
We used to have like Amiga hack days and stuff, and we'd build stuff, and I suppose you had to be there.
Yes, yes, you did. When I saw Raoul yesterday, so excited. I'm meeting all my old friends, dude. X-Man Bob, Crazy Tony, and whatever.
Felicity Moss.
Not Felicity Moss, because you don't want to talk about Felicity Moss. But it's not just a case of he played the computer. If you listen to Raoul, there was a war. But Raoul was a
veteran.
A veteran of the Flame War of when was it?
When was the Great Flame War?
Well, with hindsight,
it wasn't a war.
It was just loads of people getting angry on IRC channels.
And what colour were you? You were red, weren't you?
I was. Well,
if you're at home thinking,
I
what
don't
is he
want to
talking
talk about it really. Cause
don't worry, so am I.
He's got PTSD.
I have flashbacks to sitting there and horrible things being texted, messaged back to me. But there was lots of big name people involved, wasn't there? Like some guy called Felicity Moss, who you always go on about. You generally don't want to talk about this, do you? Did you tell us that there was a Russian mobster boss after you?
No.
Okay, so anyway, when is this happening? Go on.
Yes.
Enlighten us.
If you're a Russian mobster who... will be there.
It's sometime in August, it's 50 quid a ticket.
Fucking hell, who's going to pay 50 quid to get that shit?
Oh my god.
What,
In Peterborough. At least it's in a nice city. Oh, no, hang on.
You could buy Peterborough for 50 quid. So, where would they find out more about this? Please, tell us.
Is it a big exhibition centre?
It's the
Marriott
back room
Hotel in Peterborough.
In Rob's room, ladies welcome.
If you go to Amiga 30, that's Amiga AMIGA 30.
Do that.
.co.uk.
Pause the podcast.
But
now.
I guess like it's only really worth going to if you're into Amigas.
Yes.
That's a revelation.
I'm surprised he didn't go www.
Oh come on! Like the exec kernel was.
Are we not the army now? Is that did he lead you during the mighty flame war?
He fried all their chickens.
No, kernel KERNEL. So
anyway, so go to that one, Empire of Geek listeners. Raoul will certainly be there if he's not taken out. By
he will give autographs as well.
Yeah, he will. If you can track him
right,
down.
They've got to do some Team 17.
He looks
there.
like a young
Team
Christopher
17.
Biggins.
I don't look anything like Christopher Biggins. Fellas from Psygnosis,
when he was in Porridge.
Sensible Software. Can't you remember the game Cannon Fodder?
Yeah, I can actually.
Yeah, classic.
Cannon Fodder, was that made by the Whatever Brothers?
No, that was made by Sensible Software.
You know the Bitmap Brothers?
Yeah, Bitmap Brothers.
If you go onto Kickstarter now, there's this company who actually goes and makes cool books all about the kind of the designers and the developers and the art of games, and they're doing one on the Bitmap Brothers at the moment.
Bitmap Brothers were legendary.
I think they did one on Sensible. I think they did. They did a book, so it's like a coffee side book about stuff. So I was going to talk about it on the podcast, but I thought that's too fucking sad for us.
Amiga made them possible.
If only you could listen to this, could see the knowing kind of like point well made.
If I had a pint glass, I'd be.
You would finish it now. You'd be like,
I'd be like, drink it and knock it down. Yeah.
Anyway, so let's get on to some actual real cool things that you might be of interest to someone other than
Amigas are cool.
No, they're not. The first one is Graphic Brighton, drawing in the margins. It's the 1st of May 2015 to the 2nd of May. It's at the Salis Benny Theatre. And if you want to find out about it, do you know what? I'm not going to give you the whole web address because it's too long. Just go on to Google and type in Graphic Brighton, drawing in the margins, and you'll find it. Now, the reason why I've chose this one is because it has a lot of the kind of stuff that I like to see at these kind of cons. Because normally cons are too much about the TV and the film, which I've got no problem with that. This is clearly about the drawing. So if you go there, there's a ton of stuff going on. If you get there on Friday, the 1st of May, there's a panel on gay manga, which I know Andy's a massive fan of.
Gay anger?
Not
gay manga.
Gay manga. But you're going to have a ton of different people actually interested in the design and the making of comic books, particularly the niche stuff like this. So gay manga, yaoi, and Japanese style
Did
art.
you say
and gay
gay
thing.
manga?
Gay manga, yeah. It's a whole kind of area.
What, like
Yeah.
like manga for gay people?
Yes.
Yes, that would give it away. Yes. Because obviously manga is very important in their culture. So, like, there's manga that businessmen will read in Japan.
What, a business manga?
Yes, about kind of corporate takeovers and stuff like that.
Well, look at it this way. I mean, most of the stuff that straight people look at is obviously aimed at straight people. So, you know, there is a demand for the 20% that aren't straight.
Yeah, but I don't go out and like look at a comic and think, ooh, this is for straight people.
No, but that's the norm. That's the whole point, Raoul.
Yeah, you're not going to
You
find...
are the norm. You're the normative thing here.
Raoul's
So-
the norm.
I'm not.
That's
I
never
take
said
it back.
before.
I take it back. But no, I mean heterosexual
Cis.
stuff. You know, yeah,
Cis males
yeah,
and females. Look at me using it correctly.
yeah.
We've learned something.
Yeah, and it's very you know, if you recognise that, that's brilliant.
I love the way that you just scoff at any other way of living. Any other way.
I'm not
Game
scoffing.
manga? What do they
I'm
do
not
that
scoffing.
for?
I'm not scoffing.
You were scoffing. You clearly were scoffing. You were doing your scoffing face.
No, I was just like, it just seemed a bit. Can't they just have manga?
Obviously, you
Gay
can't
stuff in it?
hear Raoul
That's gay
scoffing.
manga.
But if there was a sound, it would be, scoff.
It's like business manga. I mean,
Yes. If you go and go into, because I know you won't buy the book because you're a tiny one, go into Waterstones, and if you can find a book on the history of manga, you will see that it's more acceptable for people to read comic books. In Britain, basically comic books are mainly seen for kids and teenagers.
Yeah.
In Japan, people from all walks of life, and so there are examples of well-known mangas which are about businesses and all, which a businessman would read.
That just seems a bit odd to me.
There's also an event on. This is about 10-minute Picha Kucha style slots. So this must be quick methods of drawing. And they've got a bunch of people who are actually quite well known. They've got a guy called Joe Deshi, who I follow on Twitter, who you can find if you go on www.joedeshi.com. They've got a ton of other people. I won't start naming them all. There'll be loads. So if you're interested in the actual creating and the making of comic books, this would be a wicked one to go to. Shall I have a look at some of the other things that are going on? Because otherwise, if we just leave it at Raoul scoffing at stuff.
I wasn't scoffing.
It does
it's
look.
just-
It's very well organised. It's like a proper conference almost.
It is. I
It's
think
got timings for things. You know, it's not just higgledy-piggledy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and there's even a podcast of last year's closing panel, which obviously they're not invited us to be any part of it, so they can piss off until they want us to have something to do with it, and then we're big fans of them. But yeah, I love the look of this. This is exactly what I want Comic Con to be. I hate going to some Comic Cons, as I mentioned before, and it all just being about the TV and the film stuff. I go there mainly to see the comic.
That looks like an Amiga Boing Ball. Sign up for
Means
free
nothing to the
arts and
listeners.
humanities news and listings. The
It's
icon.
basically just an Earth type symbol, isn't it?
Yeah.
It looks like the Amiga Boing Ball.
So there we go. So on that lovely tangent, on the website for Graphic Brighton, drawing in the margins,
It seems
think
less
that
for
was
the
called Amiga,
casuals, more like
yes.
for people who actually know what they're.
there's a little
Amiga
Easter egg
space.
there for Amiga fans. They're everywhere. And the final one.
Look,
we're
that's the
going
colour red and blue that they use in Amiga
Amigas
games.
use red and blue.
Yeah.
I love Amigas. And the second one, this is quite a... If the other one was niche in terms of for comic book creators and people who like making them, this one is even more niche. It's called Lawgiver Mark II. It's on May the 25th. And it looks amazing. It's going to be at Doubletree Hilton in Bristol on Bank Holiday, Monday the 25th of May, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And it's all about Judge Dredd.
Cool.
And a celebration of Judge Dredd. So let me tell you some... Now, if you know your 2000 AD and Judge Dredd stuff, some of the names of the artists who are going to be there sound cool. They've not actually announced what actual programme and events are going on, which is a bit of a shame at the moment. But they're going to have people like Jock, who when I used to read 2000 AD, he was kind of drawing stuff for it. And there's an absolute shit ton of artists who've all worked on Judge Dredd and other stuff as well. Such as they've got David Roach, who worked on Nemesis the Warlock, and I friggin' love Nemesis the Warlock, just the look of it. Torquemada, who was his enemy. So there's a whole host of people who've worked on Judge Dredd at some point going to be there. And it just looks cool. It's just a shame they've not said what more this programme is. I'm sure close to time they'll tell you. But yeah, I love Judge
Don't
Dredd.
just lick me. He's licking my arse.
Oh my god,
Isn't
his
it-
tongue's melting.
Well, the problem what? It's like I billed his bum and he went right for the crack. I feel violated.
I think he feels.
That was a
Thanks for
mistake
that,
there,
Raoul.
Dash.
So that was Lawgiver 2, a celebration of Dredd.
Why
So
don't
if
you
you
take
love
that
your
bag
Judge
off?
Dredd,
Yeah.
You've had
It's
it on
a-
all night.
your little gay satchel.
It's got my Mac in it.
Not an Amiga.
Well, they didn't do anything.
Fleecy Moss will be turning in his grave. Why can't I mention Fleecy Moss?
You can mention
I
them.
can mention him.
You've
Do
mentioned
I have
them,
to
haven't
censor this?
Yeah.
I'm not going to censor it.
That is ridiculous.
Nobody
As
knows.
as if he's going to listen to it. If anyone knows Fleecy Moss, can you please get him to come and ring us up and be on the show?
And
If
the
he goes
Russians.
to and the Russian. Why would someone want you dead other than the obvious reasons of knowing you?
Was he linked to the Lithuanian thing?
Yeah, he was. That was all over Amigas.
What, Polonium 210 was all about Amigas?
Raoul's
Hey?
gesticulating at the moment.
Yeah.
Bullshit! I am
That
calling
is-
bullshit on this one. As if they killed him for Amigas.
What? No, what? No.
Well covered.
Anyhow.
Well covered. Are you escaping now
moving
in
on.
case we expose you anymore? Oh no, he's not. He's going over to the chocolates that he brought.
Oh, no comfort.
Yeah.
So yes, so yeah, that's pretty cool. Lawgiver 2. I love Judge Dredd. Have any of you seen the short Judge Minty? Would you like to help yourself to a chocolate? Oh, you already are. Look at that pudgy little hand. Ooh, picking all the ones he likes out, leaving all the shit ones. I know you've probably hidden a few more down your butt crack for later.
Probably
That's
why
why
Dash
that's
is interested.
So you were saying?
So, have any of you seen Judge Minty? It's a short film that's on YouTube. You can get it.
No.
It's based on a short story from Judge Dredd about this judge who's a bit too old for the street, and they offer him the chance to teach at the Judge Academy, and instead he takes the long walk into the cursed earth. Yes, in the bin. That's where I want you to put that rubbish, just behind the door. But someone made one. If you look on YouTube, it's kick-ass. I am considering, since we're going to split the show in two, talking about a fan film that's pretty cool, because there's tons of them.
Yeah.
So, my fan film for this, I haven't decided to do it until just now. Judge Minty. It's been out a long time. It looks brilliant.
How do you spell Minty?
Minty.
Okay.
Look up Judge Minty on YouTube. Really high production values. It just looks brilliant. So look that up. Next week, I'll choose one and we'll all watch it and we'll talk about it a bit more. So Judge Minty, that is our... that's adding a bit more meat to this second show.
Yeah.
Which felt a little bit too thin. So yeah, cool stuff. Very emphasising my words. So that is the end of our second show of the week. So it's been great to see you all twice this week. So any last words before you go? I just saw a Russian car pull up outside. We're looking for Zarul. That's not even a Russian voice.
Does that mean, because
If
it's
he
the second
dies,
show,
dies.
I've obviously moved my car from the verge.
No, it's still on the verge and it's still
I've
pissing
reparked
off
it on the verge, so I'm not going to...
Just
take
don't
it off.
fuck it. Just don't
I'll
wheel
take it
spin it like
Is that
that
a cat?
did.
Not again.
Is that a what, sorry?
A cat.
No, it's my
No.
son making
It's
that
Sam.
noise.
Oh.
It's Sam, my son. Yes. So anyway, so that was Empire of Geek, second show of the week. Goodbye from me, Andy,
Goodbye.
Raoul,
Bye-bye.
and...
Yes, bye-bye.
and see you all. Goodbye.
That was ghastly.